Happy Friday, second grade. So I'm going to read you chapter 2 out of book 4 of Crime Fighters today, and I'll post a couple more than just chapter 2, because I know some of you can't just listen to one chapter, you gotta listen to more than one. Also, a couple things coming up next week, so there will be more, we'll be out of school till at least May 1st. So there's going to be some more homework for your mom or dad to pick up from the school, and pretty similar to this last week's work, but we are going to do some of our math lessons just like what we do in class. So how that will work is I did cross some things off. I added some notes on some things. We'll do one lesson a day, and I will also post a video on the YouTube channel here, kind of going over the lesson and explaining things. So you'll be able to watch that video while you're working on your math, and then hopefully if you have any questions, I'll answer it on the YouTube video for that lesson. But if you're still stuck on something, you can have your mom or dad, they can email me, you can call me, you can Facebook Messenger me if your mom or dad have that. I know a couple of you have even been set up with the Kids Messenger, so feel free to reach out however you need to get your questions answered, or if you just want to chat, you can always contact me. I'm always up for a good chat. But I just wanted to kind of give you, I will send an email out to your moms and dads too with all of that information in it, but just so you know, we will start some of our more regular math, like what we used to do in the classroom. And I brought some little whiteboards home and dry erase markers, so hopefully I'm able to do it that way, but it might be a little different each time when I find out the best way to teach you the lesson. Okay, so on to chapter 2. I'm a goalie at lacrosse, and a pretty good one, if I do say so myself. But other than that, sports and I don't get along too well. In basketball, well, let's just say that the last time I made a basket in gym, the whole school celebrated with a marching band and a ticker tape parade. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty much the last guy you'd expect to show up at a basketball game, to play in or to watch. And by the way, everything I just said, that goes double for Irwin. But there we were, walking into the Quietville Recreation Center, which was filled with kids, parents, friends, and relatives, all of whom loved basketball. It felt like entering a foreign country where I didn't speak the language. The first thing I saw was Chad Knight running down the floor with the ball. Profile. Name, Chad Knight. Age, he looks 12, but he plays sports like he's 28. Occupation, winning at everything. Interests, basketball, soccer, and believe it or not, ballroom dancing. Chad, who was the best lacrosse player on our team until he gave it up for ballroom dancing, was a total basketball stud. He looked like a man among boys out there. "Go to the hoop," yelled the coach. "You got this." Chad whirled, twirled, spun around, and stopped. Then he faked a shot which made the guy covering him practically jump out of his shoes. Chad watched the defender fly by, then calmly passed to his teammate, John D'Agostino, who made an easy layup. "That's the way," the coach exclaimed. Everyone in the gym roared. "Great play!" The cheerleaders went into their post-basket cheer. "What a shot! What a score! Now all we want is a whole lot more." I shook my head. Is there anything goofier than cheerleading? Standing there, jumping around, yelling, "You're the best," to a bunch of kids you barely know? "I don't know," Irwin said. "You seem to like it a lot when they're cheering for you at lacrosse games." I didn't respond, which was my way of saying, "Good point." Irwin squinted, which he did a lot, even though he wore glasses. "Hey, wait a second." "Whoa." "Whoa, what?" He pointed across the gym. "Whoa, that." I looked, then I rubbed my eyes. Then I looked again. No, it can't be. There, right in the middle of the cheerleaders I was just making fun of, was none other than Daisy Flowers. That's right, our Daisy Flowers. "No way," I said. "Yes way," Irwin answered. "But she hates cheerleading." "Guess not." Without another word, I started making my way over to the other side of the gym. Irwin trailed behind me, asking, "What are you going to do? What are you going to say?" But I didn't answer. There was this weird feeling starting to bubble up inside me, and I had no idea why. All I knew was it wasn't good. I waved at a few kids and a few parents I recognized, but I didn't stop to chat. As we got closer, Daisy's friend Mara Lloyd, who was also a cheerleader, spotted us first. She tugged on Daisy's sleeve. look, it's Jimmy and Erwin. Daisy's face broke out into a big smile. You guys made it! Yay! Profile. Name, Daisy Flowers. Age, when you're perfect, does it really matter? Occupation, occupying my thoughts way too much of the time. Interests, cheerleading, apparently. I was too shocked to speak, but Erwin covered for me. We sure did, he said. We were wondering why you wanted us to come down to the basketball game, but now we get it. Daisy grinned again. Well, yup, here I am. I was finally ready to talk. What's this all about? This is pretty much the last place I expected to find you, and the last thing I expected you to be doing. As I listened to myself, I realized I sounded like a father scolding his child, but I couldn't help it. I know, right? Daisy let out a slightly embarrassed giggle. I've always thought cheerleading was ridiculous. I mean, why should girls cheer for boys if boys don't cheer for girls? That's hardly fair. So why are you doing it then? Daisy shrugged. My mom is kind of making me. She said I had to be more physically active. She wanted me to play a sport, but I'm not really a big sports person, so we compromised on this. Daisy grabbed Mara's hand. Besides, I have some friends on the squad, so it's kind of fun. Kind of? Squealed Mara. Mara, it's like the most fun ever. I rolled my eyes, which Daisy caught. What? She said. What's so bad about it? You love the cheerleaders at your lacrosse games, right? That's what I said, Erwin chimed in. And besides, I think it's totally cool that you're doing it. I shrugged. Whatever. It didn't make sense that I was mad at Daisy for becoming a cheerleader. I didn't even understand it myself, so I definitely wasn't going to make a thing about it. Just then, the other team came sprinting down the court and some kid looked like he was about to make a shot. But out of nowhere, Chad came swooping in and swatted the ball out of the kid's hands. Then he grabbed it and stormed down to the other end where he made a shot from the foul line. The cheerleaders went nuts, including Daisy. Yay, Chad, she hollered. That was amazing. Then they all went into a cheer. Chad Knight, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Chad ran back down the court and he looked right at Daisy. She smiled and gave him a little wave. Great play, she chirped. Erwin and I shot each other a look. Fact. Erwin didn't like it when Daisy paid attention to me. I didn't like it when Daisy paid attention to Erwin, but neither of us liked it when Daisy paid attention to some other boy. I suddenly understood my negative feelings a whole lot better. In Daisy's eyes, Chad was the hunky basketball star, and I was the little boy who still believed in vampire dogs. You know what, you guys? I said. I just remembered. Erwin and I need to go pick up Baxter and head down to Isaac's Bakery, to choose a birthday cake for Erwin's party, so, we have to go. We do? Erwin said. I gave him a look. Oh, right, he added. We absolutely do. Daisy moaned. Darn, really? That stinks. We have some pretty cool cheers coming up at halftime that I wanted you guys to see. Daisy can do a backflip, Mara added. She's really athletic. I tried to look disappointed. Oh, I hate to miss it. See you guys later. Great job cheering, Erwin said. Keep up the good work. Oh, yeah, right, I added quickly. Really good job. Daisy looked skeptical. Thanks, she said. I think. As we headed out, I glanced over at Chad, who was drinking water on the sideline. He saw me, waved, and grinned. I managed to wave back, but I wasn't quite able to pull off the grin.